Such a beautiful day.
So
I've never been so cold.
FHA Rehab Loans.
Yes.
You can do FHA Rehab Loans. So like refresh my memory, what's FHA and what's a rehab loan? Like the short version of the two.
Wow, you want me to not talk that much. I like that. So FHA is your Federal Housing Administration loans. It's kind of like a first-time homebuyer program developed by the United States to help people in home ownership. So it's got very easy requirements, qualifications, low credit scores are eligible, and a low down payment. So it's a great program for a lot of our borrowers, helping them buy. But that
so if they're getting a home though, that needs some work, like it won't qualify for FHA loans.
Yeah, so that's one thing. That's a great point, Dominic, is that FHA is more stringent on the quality of the house. They want to help people into homes, but they also don't want to get them into a house that has a lot of work or costs them a lot of money for the upkeep, because who knows, if the house is bad, they might not be able to keep up with it, and it could be a bad situation for them as well.
So we have a house that needs work. Oh yeah, no, we got entertainment too. Yeah. If we have a house that needs work, we are in an alley.
I like alleys.
We have a house that needs work. Let's say it needs a new furnace, or maybe a new roof, or you just told me one about recently that had some weird stipulations that it needed. Oh, the sewer line.
The sewer line, yeah, exactly.
So if it needs some sort of work, how does the FHA rehab loan work for somebody?
So basically what you're able to do is you use a regular FHA loan, putting the minimum down, but then you can also add in monies to fix up the property, to make it more livable. And that could be anywhere from something that has to be fixed, like you're saying, like a roof is bad, or the septic line is bad and needs to be fixed to make the house even livable and pass FHA. Yeah. Or it could be someone buying a house that is livable, in good shape, but maybe it's outdated.
They want like a new kitchen, a new bathroom.
Exactly.
Okay.
And literally, FHA has two different types of rehab loans. They have a 203k Streamline, which is a smaller amount option. It's more for cosmetic stuff and just a quick in and out type of situation. So you could remodel a kitchen.
What's that dollar amount go up to for the Streamline loan?
$35,000.
So they can spend up to $35,000 more than what they're buying the home for.
Correct.
To do work on it. Okay. And then what's the other rehab project for
So
FHA?
then the other one is the 203k full, I call it. It's the full-on rehab. Basically, you could take a house, get it down to practically the studs, and then rebuild it right back up. Now, the key with these rehab loans is, the money that you're putting into it does need to increase the value. So there are 2 appraisals involved and things like that.
Right. It can't be for something that's not going to be worth it for the bank in the end. Yeah.
Gold everywhere, baby. Gold bathrooms.
Okay. Anything else that people need to know on a FHA rehab loan?
I think the big thing is typically the rates are a little higher. There are higher costs involved in a 203k. And the big one that is a surprise to a lot of people is most people that are trying to fix up their house like to do the work themselves. And in those cases, unfortunately, you have to use a licensed contractor. So that's usually the biggest deterrent, is people want to do it themselves to save money and they can't. Even painting, for example, you have to hire a contractor to do that.
So what is the time frame do people expect, and what's your time frame required by the loan from the time you close to the time all the work has to be done? Like, is there requirements there, or what's to be expected?
There are requirements. It depends on the scope of the work that's being done. On the Streamline, they want that work done more quickly, usually within 45 to 60 days, but sometimes that can be extended out depending on if it's a septic, for example, it might take longer. And then on the full one, you can have sometimes up to as much as a year to complete the project, as well as you can include monthly payments in the 203k as well. So you might be able to get into a house where it needs massive remodeling and you're not going to be able to move into it right away. You can actually impound your monthly payment for the new loan in the rehab loan so that you don't have to make payments on that until you're able to move in.
Done.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Gosh, that's kind of cool. Dude, thank you very much for being here and talking about rehab loans with FHA.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.